CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Siobhan Gobin. Here are the stories that we're following today, September 16, 2013. In Trinidad and Tobago, the murder toll rises to 280 as 6 people are killed on the weekend. Travel ban applies for non-stop service to Guyana and Trinidad. In Guyana, government takes over responsibility for Chinese defects in the CJIA. And Hurricane Ingrid to make landfall in Mexico today. Details on these headlines and more when we return.
5 million customers use Leica Mobile for affordable international mobile calls, connecting over 2.5 million mobile calls daily, helping our customers stay in touch with their loved ones, whether they be in Asia, Africa, Europe, or the rest of the world. Every 5 seconds, a new Leica Mobile customer joins our growing family, helping you to make affordable international calls across the world. Leica Mobile. Call the world for less.
Welcome back to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Siobhan Gobin. This segment of the news is sponsored by Total Caribbean Network. In Trinidad and Tobago, 6 murders committed in the country between Friday night up to early yesterday morning are engaging the attention of homicide investigators. The murders have reportedly brought the country's murder toll to 280. The murders took place in Port of Spain, Laventille, Culver, and one in Red Hill, Dabadee. On Friday last, at about 6:30 p.m., Charmaine Paul, 22 of Wharton Street, Laventille, was at a car park on Charlotte Street, Port of Spain, near Club Nichols, when she had an altercation with another woman, which according to police was over a CPAP check. After a fight in which both women were parted from each other, the fight resumed with the woman pulling out a knife and stabbing Paul once in her chest. Paul was taken to the Port of Spain General Hospital, where she subsequently died while receiving treatment. Up to press time, her killer was still at large. Police are calling on members of the public who witnessed the fatal stabbing to assist them with information that could lead to an arrest. 2 hours after Paul was stabbed to death, Caron Edward of Dan Kelly, Laventille, was liming with a group of men at Picton Road, Laventille, when they were approached by a man who, without warning, pulled out a firearm from his pants waist and began firing at the limers. Edwards, who was shot in the chest, slumped to the ground and died at the scene. Another limer, whose identity was not revealed yesterday by police, remains warded at a hospital in a critical condition. No motive for the shooting has been given, and the gunman up to press time remained at large. On Saturday at about 4 a.m., Dylan Brown, 23 of Stevens Street, California, was shot dead outside a nightclub in Culver. Reports are that a fight broke out outside the club, which caused several patrons to flee. A car with 3 male occupants pulled up outside the club and shots were fired at the crowd. Brown, who was standing outside the club, was shot. He was taken to the Culver District Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. No arrest has been made and investigations are continuing. Also on Saturday at about 2 p.m., according to the police, the bodies of 2 men were found inside a silver-colored Nissan Almera car at the corner of Sangagangar Trace and West View Terrace in Coco Road. Residents had reported at about 1:45 p.m. they heard several loud explosions and they telephoned the Four Roads police station. On arriving, officers found the bodies of the 2 men slumped inside the car. Both had been shot multiple times. At the time of the discovery, both men were unidentified. Police sources last night told reporters that the men have since been identified as Akhil De Freitas, 21 of Caranaj, and Kevon Ivan Mohan of Success Village, Laventille. Police sources further added that no motive has been given for this double murder. Both men were seen driving around the Four Roads area hours before they were gunned down. No arrest has also been made in this case. Murder number 6 for the weekend took place about 1 o'clock yesterday morning when Terrence Beaver Alexander was shot once in his head and killed at Light Pole 53 Bihari Street in Red Hill, Dabadee. Alexander was found face down in the driveway, prompting police to suspect his killer walked up to him and shot him once behind his head. Alexander was clad in a green three-quarter pants, a gray vest, and a pair of black sneakers. Northern Division police received an anonymous tip which led them to Alexander's body. No arrest has been made and no motive established for this killing. Director General of Guyana Civil Aviation Authority, Zulfikar Mohammed, has confirmed that Travelspan Incorporated has expressed an interest in flying the Guyana routes. The travel service had operated in Guyana, providing air transport from Guyana to the Caribbean, North America, and even India. However, in 2008, the company's operation collapsed. Its owners cited crippling losses and poor investment initiatives. In 2011, a fire ravaged the Main Street Georgetown building that housed Travelspan. The company ceased operations in Guyana subsequently after. Mohammed said that the GCCAA will be meeting with representatives of the company during the upcoming week for discussions. Earlier this week, Travelspan Vacations Inc. announced that it is currently applying to the U.S. Department of Transportation for authorization to begin non-stop service to Guyana and Trinidad using a wide-body 767 effective December 2013. Travelspan will be joining forces with Vision Airlines, which altogether brings more than 30 years of aviation capability, along with its fleet of 3 767s, 3 737s, and several Dornier 328 aircraft. Travelspan has been serving these markets for over 18 years and now recognizes the need for a new carrier to operate in the market based on the principles of fairness and customer service. Travelspan will resume its tradition of using outstanding in-flight customer service representatives for the comfort of passengers, and flights will be staffed with both Caribbean and American flight attendants. Rob Binns, a former chairman and CEO of Global Aviation, whose subsidiaries include North American Airlines and World Airways, have joined the company in an advisory role. Mr. Binns holds an MBA in finance from the University of Kansas and a master's degree in political behavior from Essex University in England. The proposed flights, subject to government approval, will depart John F. Kennedy International Airport for Guyana on Thursdays and Saturdays and Trinidad on Tuesdays and Fridays, with additional flights for the peak season. Schedules and fares will be forthcoming subject to governments and U.S. Department of Transportation for approval. Also in the news from Guyana, not only has the Guyana government agreed to pay $500,000 for a toilet in the new Chedi Jagan International Airport, it has also amended the international best practice standards to take on responsibility for any defects in the works being done by the Chinese contractor. The Guyana government and China Harbor Engineering Corporation signed a $150 million contract a day before the hosting of the general elections in 2011, but not before amending the international standards. According to the international standards, and I quote, "The contractor shall give all notices, pay all taxes, duties and fees, and obtain all permits, licenses and approvals as required by the laws in relation to the design, execution and completion of the works and the remedying of any defects, and the contractor shall indemnify and hold the employer harmless against and from the consequences of any failure to do." Financial analyst Raymond Gaskin, in his perusal of the contract document, has since pointed out that this clause and condition was amended dramatically and incomprehensibly. The Guyana government agreed that the word contractor be changed to employer, that is government, and conversely, where the word employer appears, it is replaced by contractor. According to Gaskin, the effect of this amendment is to transfer from the contractor to the government the responsibilities which the international best practice standard imposes on the contractor. Under the contract inked with the Chinese contractor, even where notices and expenses are incurred in remedying effects caused by the contractors, the government is required by contract to deal with this. This is not only unbelievable but reckless, irresponsible and insane. It is elementary and logical that any contractor is responsible for remedying defective work done by him, Gaskin said. Gaskin, in summarizing the amendment made, said that we will take the responsibility to pay for any defective work, even if the lifts do not work, the roof collapses, or each $500,000 toilet does not flush. According to Gaskin, this is deja vu. This is Skeldon too. Gaskin said that not only is the government required to do what normally the contractor must do, But by upturning logic, the government indemnifies, protects against damage loss, the contractor, and protects him from the consequences of failing to do what he was supposed to do in the first place. Another aspect of the contract which had drawn criticism from Gaskin is a performance security bond to be lodged by the Chinese contractor. The bond serves as a guarantee if the contractor fails to fulfill all the terms of a specified contract. Gaskin firstly said that the Chinese contractor gave a bond equivalent to a mere 10% of the contract price and is lodged with Chinese bank. According to Gaskin, this is FIP Motilal's NICL's hand-in-hand Amila Road project all over again. He said that it would be interesting to contemplate how the government will enforce a claim in China against a Chinese contractor through a Chinese bank. To compound the situation further, Gaskin points out that we cannot even pursue our sovereign interests in our sovereign country. Under the contract, government has agreed that any arbitration will take place in England under English rules of arbitration. In Jamaica, Hurricane Ingrid is expected to make landfall in Mexico today, bringing extremely heavy showers and more flooding, the Meteorological Service says. At 4 a.m. Sunday, the center of Hurricane Ingrid was located near latitude 22.4 degrees north and longitude 95.4 degrees west, or 260 kilometers east of Tampico, Mexico. On the forecast track, Ingrid should reach the coast of Mexico within the warning area early today. Several people have already been evacuated in areas along the Gulf Coast. Maximum sustained winds are near 140 kilometers per hour with higher gusts. Some strengthening is forecast before landfall. You're watching Caribbean Affiliate News. We will be right back.
Hey, excuse me, if you see me smiling, that's 'cause I'm chilling on Total Caribbean Network. It's your boy Wyclef Jean, man, and I'm chillin', man. Total Caribbean Network. Man, I love their style. Whoa, 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 whoa.